Yeah, they like that. Yeah.
Kalamazoo, you are about to find out with some improvisation and witty banter. You'll have no doubt that, yes, there really is an answer. Kalamazoo.
Good evening, Kalamazoo, and welcome to Yes, There Really Is an Answer, the show that's part game show, part improv theater, part talk show, and all Kalamazoo. I'm Bannon Backus with Crawlspace Theater and Crawlspace Eviction, and I'll be your host tonight. We hope that everybody is doing as well as is possible. And as always, a special thank you to all of you who are essential workers. Know that we continue to really appreciate everything that you do. 2020 is the type of year when a lot of people find themselves looking for support in a variety of places. And for some, one of those places is religion. But for some of those same people, mainstream religions just don't speak to them for one reason or another. So for those of you watching who might be looking for something bigger but not mainstream to help you with those big questions that you've been asking yourself recently, here are some religious options as we continue to do what we can here at Yes, There Really Is an Answer to help everybody out in every way. So first up, we have Jediism, which was founded in 2008 and of course takes its inspiration from Star Wars. And these Jedi believe that the Force is real and that all human beings have good in them. Not a bad option. Next, we have Dudism, which of course is inspired by the character of the Dude from the film The Big Lebowski. And some of the tenets of Dudism include going with the flow, being cool-headed, and taking it easy. Sounds like it could come in handy at the grocery store. And next we have the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, and the founder of which has stated, quote, "The only dogma allowed in the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster is the rejection of dogma." And now, before I get struck down by the Flying Spaghetti Monster, let's meet tonight's contestants. There they are. To my right, we have Tanya Rowland from Family Secret, and bottom we have Sarah Volmerang from Small Victories. How are you?
We're good.
Good. Awesome. Well, we're going to quickly check in with both of these lovely people and see how they're doing. And as usual, I have a question that I would like to ask both of them. And we'll start out with you, Tanya.
Okay.
How have you been since the last time you were on?
I've been good, and I'm sorry I may have been laughing because there's a toy right there, and as you started, my pug Ted was humping it like crazy. I was hoping he would keep going, but so I'm great.
Is that the koala toy?
Yeah, like it's hard to see, but like one head's the koala head, and the other one's the koala bottom, obviously. But yeah,
nature is beautiful.
it is.
We don't judge here on the program.
Mm-mm.
So speaking of beautiful, it's summertime, and you're starting to see some more and more of those beautiful garage sale signs. Mm-hmm. So my question that I'm going to ask both of you, and we'll start with you, Tanya, is what is the best thing that you've ever found at a garage sale?
To be honest, okay, I haven't found anything that great at a garage sale. However, during a white elephant this past Christmas, I got something comprised of garage sale elements.
Okay, close enough.
I'd like to show it to you real quick.
Oh, wow.
As I keep it out for display.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on. Barbies that have been taken apart and glued where they ought not be. A little bloodbath scene at the bottom.
Okay.
A scary cat. Wow. A skull on a zebra or something.
Now, this was a white elephant. Did you steal this, or did you end up with it?
I had to steal it because there were a lot of great gifts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that One of them was a human centipede made of Barbies. I didn't get that one, but I did get this.
Man, I want to go to the white elephants you get invited to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my gift was a masturbation kit, and I'm sorry if I'm not supposed to say that, but I had a candle, lotion, Kleenex, and a framed photo of me.
That's way better than a salad spinner, Tanya.
Right?
Now, at a garage sale, just so we can kind of shoehorn it
Sorry.
back into the question, what do you think that display that you just showed us would go for at a garage sale? Let's say in the Kalamazoo area.
I mean,
Kalamazoo prices.
to me, it's priceless.
Hmm.
And I keep it in my living room, regardless of what the fiance says. I would sell it for $50. I could not part for less than
$50. Wow.
Even then, I need it. It's part of me now.
Well, that is more than I could have ever hoped for, Tanya. Thank you. Good to see you again, as always. And moving right along to Sarah. Sarah, how have you been?
I've been well. Thanks for asking, Bannon.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the same question for you, Sarah. What's the best thing that you've ever found at a garage sale?
So again, kind of like Tanya, it's a little bit of a complicated answer. I don't buy a lot at garage sales because I just don't find something I like, or I'm like, I don't know, do I really need it?
Mhm.
So I kind of think about all the things I didn't buy that I wish I would have.
Okay.
There was someone a couple years ago, I went to the Westnedge Hill garage sales, and
Yeah.
someone was selling their entire collection of like the Simpsons memorabilia.
I
Like,
think I saw that.
it was amazing,
I
like
think I was at that
mugs
one.
and maybe not placemats, but like mugs and like DVD sets and like statues and like mobiles. It was amazing. And I was like, I could just buy this all and someone would think I'm an amazing Simpsons fan, which I
Right.
love the Simpsons, but I'm not that big of a fan.
Sure.
So I left it on the table, but I still think about it to this day. You
Was
know?
was it expensive? Was it all one price, or was each individually priced?
They were individually priced. I feel like if I was a real Simpsons like hardcore fan, I would have been like, cut me a deal, man.
Yeah.
Like I'll take this whole like 8-foot table off your hands. I'll just scoop it in my, Chevy Cobalt and we'll go,
I know it was a long time ago, but do you remember how much they were asking for the Simpsons human centipede diorama?
If I had to wager, because I would say I can't recall on those little tiny little labels they put on the stuff. I'm pretty sure it was like $127.31.
That's a better price.
Priceless,
A
priceless.
bargain.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So so good to check back in with both of you. I love those stories. And of course, if you haven't already noticed, our contestants have improv backgrounds. So as we continue with our game, not only are they going to have to compete in our show, but each of them are going to have to compete as a character, which I'm going to allow them to choose right now. And we're going to head back to Tanya. So Tanya, here are your 3 character choices that you can choose from.
Okay.
You have a failed supervillain, someone who always has a song in their heart, or a motivational speaker.
Failed supervillain.
Failed supervillain. All right, I think that is perfect. And what is your failed supervillain's name, Tanya?
Agnes the Capturer.
Agnes the Capturer.
Is that I think that's a word. Yeah.
It is now.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Tanya's character is Agnes the Capturer, and she is a failed supervillain. All right. Thank you, Tanya. And Sarah, are you ready for your 3 choices?
Yes.
Okay. You can be either an award-winning documentarian, a struggling puppeteer, or a time traveler. Any of those? Would you pick up any of those at a garage sale?
Yeah. I think I'd pick them all up, but only one will I put in my handy dandy Meyer shopping bag that I bring with me. I think I'm gonna go with what was the last one again? I'm sorry.
So I'll go through them all. An
Okay.
award-winning documentarian,
Mm,
a struggling puppeteer,
mm.
or a time traveler.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go with struggling puppeteer.
Struggling puppeteer. Awesome. And what is your character's name, Sarah?
Uh, Tori Squints.
Tori Squints. Awesome. Okay. So, quick recap. Sarah is playing Tori Squints, a struggling puppeteer, and Tanya is playing Agnes the Capturer, a failed supervillain. And I cannot wait to see what you guys do with those characters. Now, if you're watching our show here for the first time, here's a quick rundown of how we play it. Each contestant is going to take turns answering questions about Kalamazoo. And there are going to be 6 questions total, each one worth 100 points. And we're going to end the game with one final question that every contestant will answer. And that one is worth 300 points, 300 big ones. Now, after the final question, we're going to see who the winner is. And the contestant with the lowest score is going to serenade us with a verse from that timeless classic in a cappella style, I've Got a Gal in Kalamazoo. And as part of our program, you, the viewer, are going to have an opportunity to ask these characters any question that you'd like. So after each contestant has answered a couple of questions, we're going to be taking a short break for a Q&A. And Dan Seitzma, who's working diligently behind the scenes, is going to post some questions that you might have posted on Facebook or YouTube. So start commenting with those questions as soon as possible. And Dan might select your question to get asked. And now let's get right to it and start playing Yes, There Really Is an Answer. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Yes, There Really Is an Answer. Thank you so much for joining us. How are both of you?
Great. Just doing great. Thanks.
I'm so good.
Awesome. Well, it's good to hear it. We're so excited to have both of you. And Agnes the Capturer, you actually won the game of Rochambeau behind the scenes. So you won the right to go first. And Agnes, before we dive right into the game, how have you been?
Well, I got to say, I've been better, Bannon, but I'm doing great right now, okay? I'm on the show. I'm capturing the hearts of all the viewers out there. I can tell already. It's happening right now. It's going to be great.
You certainly are. You seem to have a sort of charisma about you, and I'm sorry to hear that things haven't been going too well. But hopefully, we can turn things around and offer you the opportunity to win hundreds of points.
Yes.
And we're going to give you that opportunity right here with question number 1 that our own Dana White is going to pull up. And that first question for you, Agnes the Capturer, is here. Marked areas that extend into streets and create physical barriers to traffic are scheduled to be installed this month throughout Kalamazoo. What is the technical name for these barriers? And Agnes, yes, there really is an answer.
Well, I'm pretty confident in this, like I am in all things. And I will tell you, they are called people herders. Much like a cow herder, this is a people herder, to keep them straight into a line together. A people herder.
A people herder.
100%.
Well, I can 100%. Okay. I appreciate your confidence, and I can totally see how you got to that answer. Unfortunately, Agnes, we're not going to be able to turn things around for you right away here, I don't think, because as you'll see, the correct answer is chicanes. Chicanes, which unfortunately starts you off with 0, seemingly continuing your streak of bad luck in this entirely new environment. All right. Well, just the same, thank you, Agnes the Capturer. And now we are going to turn to Tori Squints. Hello, Tori.
Hi.
It is so good to see you. And Tori, I understand that you actually missed out on a gig to be here tonight. Do you mind sharing with our viewers what gig it is that you missed out on?
Well, okay. So I like I have a business. It's called Tori's Hand Wonders, and I was supposed to do a birthday party, but because of the pandemic and other reasons, it was postponed. Other reasons being that I have lost my trunk of puppets, so
Oh no.
I am all alone.
Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, Tori. I would imagine that as a puppeteer with Tori's Hand Wonders, you have grown quite attached to those creatures of yours. How are you handling this loss?
You know, I okay, so I started puppeteering when I was 13 years old. It has been a successful 13 years later. My voice even changed to become like this so that I was never out of character for Jody Carly Talent, my main puppet. I'm so committed to puppeteering, and I've devoted my entire life to it. But I'm hopeful that they'll come back. They'll realize that they also need me as much as I need them.
Hmm. Absolutely. I mean, they know where they get fed every night, so maybe it's not unlike a lost cat. We can only hope.
We
I
can
think I
hope.
can help you there, Tori. I can't wait
Oh,
to get my fingers in Tori's Hand Wonders. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them
oh,
for you. I'm gonna capture them.
you're you're gonna
Wow.
capture them for you?
I will figure it out.
Um, oh my gosh, that. Wow, everyone says you're so bad. I mean, I I was
Yeah.
just I was on my local neighborhood Facebook page and they said, God, Agnes the Conqueror is just so mean, or the capturer is so mean. Is but you're not. You're just so nice.
Mhm.
Well, I didn't
And
tell you
I,
what I'm gonna do with your hand wonders, you see, but I'm gonna do something real good with them, and you'll see them first, at least before I take them.
Oh
wow.
well, I
That
guess
is
I want them.
I
So
guess
that is
bad.
That is so so honorable and decent of you, Agnes. And Tori had mentioned Agnes the Conqueror, and in going through my show notes before the program, I understand that Agnes the Conqueror was your mother. Is that correct, Agnes the Capturer?
Yes, yeah, that is correct. You see, she just couldn't conquer death. So yeah, we lost her. She's gone now. I don't like to talk about it. I'm
All
here to
right.
capture memory and move on.
oh, you're
All right.
capturing my full attention, Agnes. I am so distracted from my grief.
Oh, thank you, Dollface. Anything for you.
Oh.
Well, maybe things are starting to turn around a little bit. Let's see if we can keep that lucky streak going for you, Tori. And Dana White's going to pull up question number 2. It's all yours. And your question is, what is the tallest building in Kalamazoo? Which I think is pretty funny that you got this question, Tori, since you deal with miniaturized versions of things.
Oh yes, I have a whole set of the city of Kalamazoo in my garage, and I I have to say, because I built everything to scale, that to my knowledge, the tallest building in Kalamazoo proper is the Fifth Third Bank building downtown.
Oh, and Tori, you were so close, so
Oh,
close. That, if I remember correctly, is the next tallest building in Kalamazoo. But as you'll see here in a second, as Dana White brings up the answer, it's actually the Skyrise Luxury Apartment Building
oh,
at 230 tall feet. So unfortunately, no points for you, Tori, but 230 feet, how many puppets would that be?
Oh gosh, well, depending on the size of the puppet, which really depends on the size of the hand operating the puppet, I would have to say that it's likely about 115 puppets.
Okay, Skyrise Luxury Apartments, 115
Yeah.
puppets tall. Good to know. Thank you, Tori. And before we head back to Agnes the Capturer, just a quick reminder to our viewers that after Agnes answers her question, we're going to break for that Q&A. So be sure to post as many questions as you can, and maybe Dana White will pick yours to ask one of our great contestants. All right. Agnes, are you ready for question 3? Ready to turn your luck around?
I'm always ready. Let's do this.
Okay, I like that confidence. Here it is. Dana White has brought it up. And your question is, at 440 West Kalamazoo Avenue, you'll find a mural of a seemingly lonely polar bear that includes a poem by Emily Kuhns. Who painted the mural, Agnes?
That mural was painted by none other than Salvador Dali.
Salvador Dali.
Yep.
Okay. Again, a very confident answer.
I know it.
And if you wouldn't mind, take me through your thought process there. How can you say that so confidently, Agnes?
Have you ever seen his paintings? They're crazy, right? You
Yeah,
can't
they
capture
are.
what's really in them. They're mystifying.
Yeah,
You don't know.
right?
It's like this mural of a bear. I don't know it. So it's got to be Salvador Dali. I know everything in this town, but I don't know that mural. So it's Salvador Dali because I can't capture in my mind.
Okay. Well, I totally follow that line of reasoning. Unfortunately, the truth does not. The truth has followed a different path, Agnes, and as you'll see, it has led the truth to the answer of Conrad Kaufman. Conrad Kaufman. All right, which
You're
gives you
cruising for a
another
bruising,
zero.
Bannon.
I'm sorry, what was that, Agnes?
Nothing.
The Conrad?
Continue ahead. That's fine. Nothing.
Okay, that's what I thought. And you know what? I'm actually having such a good time. We're going to postpone the Q&A, and we're going to give Tori a chance to get on the board here. So we're going to pull up question number 4 for Tori. And Tori, I'm starting to see a little bit of a bigger smile on your face. I like that, the hope of your puppets being returned to you. All right. So I'll have Dana White to pull up question 4 here for you, Tori, and there it is. And your question, what is the name of the 1978 film starring Richard Pryor with scenes that were filmed in Kalamazoo? Are you a big-time movie buff, Tori?
Oh, I'm such a big movie buff. Oh my gosh, I love movies. I have watched the entire, I guess I'm more of a TV person. I think about it because I've watched the entire miniseries of Pride and Prejudice 6 times, and I watched all of The Office and Parks and Recreation, and I just I find comfort in watching things over and over again, and it just makes me really happy. So, well, actually, oh, yes, so embarrassing. It's just bursting out of me. Yeah, she has no idea what movies are.
Old
need
habits. Old habits.
Oh, I'm
You know,
sorry.
no. I mean, you're dealing with an extreme loss here, Tori. But I was going to ask you, what is your take on all of the different film adaptations of the story of Pinocchio?
Um, I think that the Disney classic was both accurate and yet terrifying, which is pretty true to real life if we're talking puppets. Am I right? Yeah, it's pretty terrifying to be honest. Oh my gosh, yeah. My life is a nightmare. Yes.
All
So
right.
but I found that Drew Carey's Geppetto gave me hope, and so I encourage all puppeteers out there to watch it. Maybe even on a loop every time that you're feeling down after your puppets have given you a run around and they just aren't listening to what you have to say, which is pretty much every day. Yeah, yeah, that's what I
Okay.
think.
Tori, I think I
All
found one of your puppets.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Yeah,
Where?
I got it right here. I'm wrangling it. Is this one of them?
Oh my gosh, that's Jody Carly.
It's
Jody Carly
hideous.
Talent. Yeah,
Wow.
she's beautiful. Isn't she beautiful to me? I mean, she's beautiful to me. I think she's beautiful to me.
Why would
Right?
anybody want one of these? Why would anybody watch a show with this in it?
What?
Well, it's not for you to say, Agnes. Just go ahead and hang on to it.
I can't
And
touch this thing anymore. I gotta let it go. It's gotta
No,
go free.
no,
No,
she's an
Agnes.
original.
I'm sorry.
Agnes, no. You got to hold on to that.
I can't.
You're a villain.
Okay. All right. Let's just take a deep, calm breath, and let's remember that things can turn around. Anything is possible. I'm a firm believer in that, especially now that someone out of the blue has brought out Drew Carey's Geppetto, which I never thought I would heard reference to again. Anything is possible. All right. Let's go to question number 4. Let's bring that up. And you've had time to think of an answer, Tori. What do you have for us?
Um, uh, well, I think I'm gonna have to go to the hand for this one. Okay, she knows nothing about movies, so here's what we're gonna say. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's the movie that was filmed with Gene Wilder. Is it Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil? I'm pretty sure. I mean, I like 100% sure, right? Yeah. I'm going with that. Let's go with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's a great guess. They made a lot of great movies together. Unfortunately, this was not one of them, Tori. It was not Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil. Instead, as you'll see here in a second, it was Blue Collar. Blue Collar, but a good guess. Now, I think maybe we'll take a little breather, and we will get to that Q&A. And before we do that, I'll just let everybody know that Agnes the Capturer has 0 points, and Tori Squints also has 0 points. So it is still anybody's game. And we'll take a minute here and see if Dana White has any questions to throw up there. One thing that I was actually curious. Here we go. So this is from Crawlspace Theater Productions, LLC. And it's for you, Agnes. What is your greatest act of villainy? A very good question.
I'm reluctant to say this, you see, because I don't want people to turn against me.
That's understandable.
I once caught a bald eagle, and I put it in a meat grinder.
Wow. Not only an act of villainy, but a federal crime.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
hope no
goodness.
police are watching this.
And you just did this for the sake of it being evil, Agnes? Take me. What's going on through here? Is you're plucking birds from the sky and putting them in Hamilton Beach blenders?
I hate to say this, but sometimes I'm not great at capturing things, you see. And I got this bird, and I know I had to let it go. I had to fight against the very thing that I'm supposed to do, so I couldn't let it go this time. I had to actually capture something, and I chose to put it in a meat grinder, so it could never fly away again.
Wow.
What did you do after the grinder?
Well, I ate it, of course. Waste not, want not.
Oh,
Oh, Tori, I think I found another one of your puppets.
oh my God.
Come
Really?
here, you.
Oh my God.
Oh, this one is. They're each more hideous than the last.
Oh.
Oh, it's a whopper.
Oh my God.
It's so big.
That's Mr. Talent. Oh my God.
Oh,
It's Tori's dad.
He smells like rotten steak. I can't.
Yes, he does. I used to keep steak in there because I felt it like really grounded him as a character, and like it cushioned my hand after long days doing puppet shows. And there's probably some residue in there. Oh my God, Mr. Talent. Can I stop by and get him? Like,
don't.
He's getting crazy.
No, don't.
I can't hold on to him anymore.
he does have a mind of his own. Sometimes.
Oh no.
Sometimes
It
I
happened
wake up
again.
and he's standing over me with a steak knife from the kitchen. I don't mind though, because I know he really likes steak, but I'm just saying sometimes he gets a little out of control, Mr. Talent. Yeah.
Hold on to that memory because he got
Okay.
away.
And maybe, Tori, I'm starting to think that it might be a good thing that Agnes is letting these things go back to their natural habitat.
Oh.
Tori, maybe. Okay. We have a question from Beth Bradburn, and it is for you, Tori. Her question is, which Muppet is your favorite? Good question from Beth.
Oh my gosh, that's like picking my favorite star in the sky, if you know what I mean. I mean, like, there's so many good puppets. I mean, the Henson Studio, it's like, that's just my, like, oasis in the distance. But I'd have to say, if I had to pick my very favorite Muppet, it's obviously Miss Piggy. We have so much in common. We both have high-pitched voices that some people find annoying.
Okay.
And I also like wearing pink dresses. I only wear them on stage, and yes, so that I would definitely say Miss Piggy. I think she's very misunderstood. Very misunderstood.
Okay. All right. Well, before we saw Beth's question, I did want to just quickly ask you a follow-up to what just happened, Tori. Could you raise your hand if you feel that your life is in danger from your puppets?
Right? Raise my hand. Why would you think I'm in danger? Why would you think I'm in danger?
Oh,
Yeah, no,
okay. Okay.
I love my puppets.
Okay.
They give me life. They
Hmm.
allow me to go to the grocery store every other week. They bring me so much joy. Joy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Understand. You know what? Uh, looks like we have another question, this time from Jason Brown, and it is for Agnes. And your question from Jason, Agnes, how many things have you captured? Good one.
I don't mean to brag. I've captured, with the exception, I'm going to count these two little monsters of tours I just got, okay?
You should.
I'm up to 7 now.
Wow.
I've only
So
been
the
doing this
two,
30 years and I got 7. No big
Oh
deal.
my god.
wow. So
Does
the
that
two,
include the eagle?
Yep, it includes the eagle. That one I definitely captured.
wow.
So just, yeah, 4 other things.
So you have 4 other tails to spin.
Oh, I do.
Unfortunately, we just don't have the time to get to 4 whole tails of capture, Agnes. We do have to keep things moving along, but not before we check in with Whitney. And it's for Tori. Are puppets immune from COVID-19? Good question from Whitney.
That is that is such a good question. They are, which is really helpful for me because it means that all of my friends that live in my house and that make sure that I follow a very strict set of rules to maintain proper behavior in the house at all times, that that they won't get me sick. So no matter where they go or what they do, um, I don't have to worry about it. So in fact, the only known weakness that puppets have is juice mixed with baking soda. That's it. That's all they're vulnerable to. Oh God, I don't think that they like that I shared that with you.
Oh, it's okay, Tori. We're going to have somebody from the show just pay you a visit afterward, and just to check in on you.
I'm going to do it. I'll be there, Tori.
Oh, thank God. Can I just move in with you? I mean, if you maybe like you got my 2 favorite puppets with you, maybe we could just leave the rest, outside of my door, which is currently locked with 3 deadbolts.
Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, it looks like I just captured my 8th thing, huh? You see that
Oh,
there?
All
yeah.
Yeah, you
right.
see?
Does it count as
Oh,
a capture if I willingly
Yes.
come over?
Yes.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Capture your
before we
heart.
get captured in this moment, we do have to get back to the game, but not before I share a few quick announcements. First off, please consider supporting Crawlspace Theater Productions by purchasing e-gift cards on our website. They're a great way to get ready for our live shows and upcoming classes. And also, we have an exciting update regarding our website. We have a brand new merch store, which would also be a great place to spend some of that e-gift card money. So as soon as the show is over, be sure to head right over to the Crawlspace website and check out our new merchandise. We've got everything from face masks, t-shirts, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff for you to show your support for the crawl space. So brand new. Be sure to check that out as soon as you get a chance. It's another great way for you to support what we do and get some cool swag to put on in the meantime. All right. So now let's get back to yes, there really is an answer. And we're going to get back to things with question 5. Question 5. And we're going to turn to Agnes, the capturer for this one, who is at least improving her capture score out of the game show. And hopefully after this question, she'll at least capture 100 points. Am I right, Agnes?
Yeah.
All
I see what
right.
you did there.
Here is question 5 for you, Agnes. The Kalamazoo River averages 1 to blank feet deep. Correctly fill in the blank, Agnes.
9 feet, 100%.
1 to 9 feet deep
Yep.
is what you think the average depth of the Kalamazoo River is.
Yep.
You spend a lot of time near the Kalamazoo River, Agnes.
Yes, I oftentimes go raw hand fishing there.
Raw hand fishing.
Yep.
I'm not familiar.
Yep. You go and jam your fingers in the water, much like you would with one of Tori's hand puppets.
Yeah,
You jam your fingers in it and you wiggle them around.
interesting. You know what? I would bet that Tori would be actually quite skilled at raw hand fishing with all of the muscles that she's built up from puppetry.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd love to try that. Let's try that when I come over. But I mean, don't you worry that your arch nemesis, the big fish, is gonna like find you when you go by the river?
I'm not
Good.
worried about it. Because once he gets my hand in his mouth, I hook him and I yank him right out. That's the
Is
idea.
that what happened in February of 2018? That big showdown? That's what happened?
Well, I don't like talking about it. All right. That's why I'm growing my nails out. I'm kind of that. They weren't long enough. I didn't hook them good enough. But I know what I
Holy
did
cow.
wrong.
What did
I
you do
put
wrong?
I put strengthener on these bad boys every day because my nails weren't long enough at the time. I couldn't pierce his little skin. But I'm
Wow.
gonna.
So, Agnes, do you think after you capture that fish, do you think that maybe Tori, you could do some puppetry with it?
Oh yeah, especially if it was like taxidermied. Oh yeah, I'd take it on tour. But the question is, Agnes, do you really want to give your arch nemesis, the big fish, that much power? Once you become a puppet, you would never come back from that, ever.
Well, I'd like him to not have his own consciousness and make his own decisions. I was just gonna put him in my eagle meat grinder.
Hmm.
But to
And
make
I
him
don't-
under your thumb for the rest of his life?
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
and
really have anything under my thumb, really.
And I don't know if I really agree with your point about puppetry being everlasting, Tori, because remember Big Mouth Billy Bass? Exactly. All right, let's go back to question 5. And your answer, if I remember correctly, was 9, 1 to 9 feet deep, Agnes. All right. Well, unfortunately, as you'll see here, Dana White pulled up the answer. The correct answer is 2. It averages 1 to 2 feet deep. But a good guess, Agnes, the capturer. All right, moving right along with question 6. And this is for you, Tori, and it's a visual question. The following heavily distorted picture shows something that is located in Kalamazoo. What is it? And we'll have the picture up here in a second. What do you see there, Tori?
Oh wow, I see. I see. Oh gosh, if Mr. Talent was here, he would know in a heartbeat. He knows every building on my to scale model of Kalamazoo. But I have to say, I am drawn a blank. It looks like a lot of brick. A lot of brick. But maybe it's is it the Bronson Methodist Hospital?
Ooh, a good guess. Unfortunately, incorrect, Tori.
Oh.
It is the Kalamazoo 10. The Kalamazoo
Oh,
10.
that's related to movies. All I know is TV. We've talked about this, Bannon.
Oh, well, I apologize, Tori, but the questions are pre-selected, so I was not able to change them to accommodate your what you're good at. All right. Well, we're moving on to our final question, and to recap our scores, Angus the Capturer, you have 0 points, and Tori Squints, you also have 0 points. So this last question is going to be very important because it's worth 300 points, okay? All right, and it's a question that we like to call Kalamazoo Portage or blank. And the blank this time around is Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania. Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania. So here's our question. Which location, Kalamazoo, Portage, or Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania, was the location of the first bank in the country to open after the passage of the Dodd-Frank Act in 2010? And while you're writing down your answers, I'll reread that question one more time. Which location, Kalamazoo, Portage, or Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania, was the location of the first bank in the country to open after the passage of the Dodd-Frank Act in 2010? Go ahead and continue to take a moment to write down your answers, because while you're doing that, I'll just quickly say to be sure to stay up to date on all things Crawlspace Theater by following Crawlspace Theater Productions on Facebook and by signing up for our email updates by visiting our website. As always, we promise not to spam you. We'll only send you cool updates. And if you enjoy this sort of online content, be sure to check out Farmers Alley on Facebook, where they've been regularly posting a lot of great online content. And another final reminder, be sure to check out our new merch store and see all the cool new things that we have to offer. And now let's check back in with our contestants and see if they have their answers ready. Agnes, it looks like you're ready.
Mhm.
And Tori, you have your usual look of bewilderment and giddiness, so it looks like you're ready. All right. Agnes, before you show us your answer, go ahead and talk us through your thought process.
Well, I'm a capturer, you see.
Yeah.
And I gotta capture things. And there's a saying: a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. So I got a bird in my hand right now.
Awesome. And not only do you have a bird in your hand, but you have 300 points, Agnes.
That's 9. That's 9 things I've captured. See, that's 9.
Fantastic. Awesome. Things truly are turning around here on the program tonight. Congratulations once more, Agnes, the capturer. All right. Let's see if we can keep this thing going with Tori Squints. Tori, take us through your thought process.
Okay, so back in 2010, 2009, when the Dodd-Frank bill passed, I can't really remember when it passed, but anyway, there's so many banks and credit unions that open in Kalamazoo and Portage, but particularly in Portage. And I know this because I'm often hired to play at the openings. People love puppets, so and Mr. Talent loves banks, so we've been to them all, and I'm gonna go with Portage.
All right. Well, you know what? As they say, go with what you know. Unfortunately, you won't always like where it goes, right, Tori? Because as you
Yeah.
know, that is not the right answer. But a good guess. And our final score, Tori, you have 0 points, but Agnes has managed to capture 300 points. Congratulations, Agnes.
Thank you.
How does it feel to have caught so many things in under an hour?
Somebody once called me a failed supervillain. I am failed no more. I'm coming to capture all of you now.
All
Me?
right.
You too.
Well, I assume you mean that benevolently. We'll go with that. All right. Now, Tori, even though you have the lowest score, you do receive the honor of getting to sing us a verse from that timeless classic, I've Got a Gal in Kalamazoo, by virtue of you having the lowest score. Are you ready for that, Tori?
I'm a born performer. Despite
Oh.
all of my trials and tribulations, I am ready to do this.
Right. I have no
Okay.
doubt that you are. And while you're singing this timeless classic, Agnes, the capturer, and I are going to dance as if it's the best rendition that we've ever heard, because I'm sure that it will be, Tori. I'm sure that it will be. All right. I'm going to count you down, Tori, in 3, 2, 1. Take it away.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I've got a gal in Kalamazoo. Don't want to boast, but I know she's the toast of Kalamazoo. Zoo, 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 zoo.
All right. Nicely done, Tori. And I don't know if you noticed while you were singing that Agnes still had at least one of your puppets there.
Oh my God,
So,
did Mr. Talent attack you?
Lost him
Oh.
again. He's
Oh,
gone.
Jesus.
oh,
Oh.
okay. Well, it still counts as a capture. And on that positive note, I'm going to say congratulations again, Agnes. Nicely done, Tori. And a quick thank you to all of our everybody watching, everybody a part of Crawlspace Theater. Be sure to take care of yourselves, viewers. We care about you so much. And remember to help control the bat population. Have your bats spayed or neutered. Good night, everybody.
Kalamazoo, you are about to find find out with some improvisation and witty banter. You'll have no doubt that, yes, there really is an answer. Kalamazoo.